Sup nerds, I'm Tom.
I'm Wes.
And this is 5 things we like about that sound game.
So the first thing we like is really just what the game is, and that it's charades with like a pretty interesting twist in that your hands are tied behind your, not literally tied, but your hands are behind your back, and you can make sounds, but you can't make words.
Yeah.
So you can...
It's all like onomatopoeia, essentially.
Yeah. So you can, bark like a chicken, you can hum, you can...
Yeah.
We whistled or...
You can go... but you can act things out, but your hands have to be tied behind your back. And that is a really interesting idea of like, because they're trying to translate the charade-style guessing game into just hearing the thing, but sometimes you still do need some movement.
Yeah.
But also, because your hand's behind your back, it's still really restrictive, so it's really crazy. Like, there's so many times when you'll pull up a card and you'll be like, oh, that's easy. And then you'll be like, wait, no, it's not easy. How do I actually do that?
When we were playing, I had zombie. And
Right.
so it was really, I'm like, oh, zombie, obviously. So I, like, stumbling around, like, I can't say brains, but I could be like,
Shark. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Dinosaur. Monster. Zombie. Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's that challenge of, it's not overly complicated, but also there are these restrictions that make it unique and fun. The other one I had humming.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
that was interesting.
It was a humming. Like, I was just humming, but also then they were like, what? It was too obvious.
That's almost like a meta.
Guess.
That's like a meta clue, because it's like, humming is basically what you're doing the whole time, right? Like,
so it's really challenging to, like, what?
But that does kind of lead into the second thing that we both really like about that sound game, and that's just the party atmosphere and silly atmosphere. Like, obviously, there's going to be different group types that lean more heavily into, following the rules and counting points, and ones that don't. And this works for both, because I do think that the point structure, how that works, like, there's harder clues that are worth more points in the decks, and you can penalize someone, you can steal points from them if they make mistakes. So I like that a lot, but I also really like the way that you can just, like, we brought this to a brewery and just got absolutely sloshed and still had a really good time.
It makes a really good drinking game because you are kind of making a fool of yourself in front of everyone. It just like you would in charades or anything else. Particularly if you're doing it in a packed brewery on a Friday night.
Yeah, which is actually, it's called the sound game, and it was still pretty loud in there, and yet we could all hear, because it's both audio and visual. I think we still were able to. Now, would we have done better if we were in a quieter setting? Maybe.
But that also may have made, like, what was fun about it was kind of the, like, getting up and there's all those people and you're doing these dumb things and stumbling around. Yeah. But it was an excellent party drinking game.
Mm-hmm. Another cool thing that we really like is there's a die that you roll to pick your category, which is really cool. But my favorite face on there is the all-in. Yeah. And that way, now you don't get to use lifelines, which is something we'll talk about later. But in the all-in, you get to choose your category, but then everybody gets to guess. So it's this team versus that team. Like, normally you're on a team and I'm just trying to get my team to guess. And there is a stealing lifeline, which again, we'll get to. But normally I'm just trying to get my team to guess. But if you ever feel like, Wes is on our team and he's a piece of shit and nobody likes him, he's garbage and we all hope he dies, then when you roll the all, when you get the all in, you're like, it's okay. Now at least other people get to play.
And you also have the challenge of, like, I want it to be obvious, but not too obvious, because I don't want the other team to get it.
We got all in. I'm going to do action. Yeah, action.
All right.
Now that, should I do nature?
No,
Do you want me to do nature instead?
Nature's what I want.
It's just animals.
Birds and bees.
Ready, set,
No, not ready.
ready.
Let's go.
I'm
Go.
not
Ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Go.
Dolphin.
Bear.
Goose.
Now, the fourth thing that we liked, which Tom has been alluding to several times, is that you do have lifelines on your team, which is Uncuff Me and Steal. So Uncuff Me is the person who's acting it out can call it and say, hey, uncuff me because I need, either you're not getting it or like I really need my hands for this one. So you do have that flexibility of getting uncuffed so that you can act out more. And then there's also stealing. So when you don't have all in and someone's doing it and you're like, they're not getting it, but it's super obvious for you, you can play the card and guess and actually steal it from them.
Fish, dolphin, turtle, mermaid, steel, diver. Damn it!
Oh, yeah, baby! And if you get it right, then you get your steal back. So as long as you are successfully stealing, you can steal and steal and steal. But if you steal and you get it wrong, then you only start with 2 steals, right?
Yeah, you start 2 steals and 2 uncuffs.
Yeah, so if you steal and you get it wrong, you just look dumb and you don't get to steal anymore.
And also, like, you could have somebody be like, steal, banana, and you'd be like, no, why'd you do that? We need to all agree on the steal. I mean, I don't think you do. But the other thing that we like, probably the number 5 thing, is the expansions. So there are more expansions than the ones that we have here. Like this one in particular is all like easier ones. They're all 1s, right?
It's the turbo expansion.
So that way you can go faster and try and get through more examples instead of if you ever get stuck on like a 3 or something and you need to pass. But there's also this one. This is the adult one.
They're definitely like, it's the extreme Cards Against Humanity level. Like, just read a couple of those off for us.
I can't. We're gonna have to bleep like all of these. Okay, this one's safe.
This one's safe.
No, not safe. That is not. Okay, but most of these are like, because we were playing this at a brewery, and I was like, we can't do these.
we can't
we
do them
cannot do these. Oh my god! And some of these, like, I don't even know. Like, what is like? Yeah, these are rough. Like, I'm
yeah,
like, God.
These are definitely extreme. So if you, they're for people who are not easily offended. And
now, and just to be clear, I'm not offended. This is I'm not like saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe they sent it to us." Like, I would definitely do these, just not 1. We couldn't do it in public, and 2, I don't think I can put it on YouTube. Is what I'm saying.
100%, we could not put it on YouTube. So just be warned. This is not the kids pack. This one says 14 and up.
This one even says 18 and plus.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I think 18 is still too young.
Yeah, it's definitely the X-rated expansion pack. But anyway, that was 5 things that we liked about the sound game. If you want to pick up a copy for yourself and your party group, there will be a link down in the description where you can grab one.
Yep, if any of those 5 things sound interesting to you. Oh, you just said that. And while you're down there, don't forget to check our link for Game Toppers. They are the sponsor of Neverboard Gaming. It's what we're filming on right here. And also down there, I mean, there's a lot of stuff down there.
There's also a button where you can subscribe, because that way you'll never be bored.
Yeah.
Oh,
God. I think I hate what you just did.